Hello everyone, welcome to our presentation on our academic paper, Double Extortion Ransomware, Identity Infrastructure Compromise, an ethical and legal analysis of recent cyber incidents in Asia. My name is Rupesh Rao, presenting alongside my team member Ariel, and today we'll be discussing how Asia's digital ecosystem is facing a new breed of sophisticated double extortion threats, looking at them through both technical and social legal lenses. Next, I'll be talking about the introduction. So, to understand the background, Malaysia is still the middle of a rapid industrial digitalization, but however, this has dramatically expanded our attack surface. In 2025 alone, the country experienced a massive 114% of increase in ransomware incidents, compromising over 5.7 million credentials across commercial and gov.my domains. Traditionally, ransomware simply locked data locally. Today, we face double extortion models. Cyber criminals silently break in, compromise identity directories, harvest sensitive sovereign or corporate data, leak threat it publicly, and then execute the encryption routine. This places a critical national information infrastructure or CNII in absolute legal and operational jeopardy.
Legal literature review. Before diving into our core methodology, we establish a dual-layer review framework. Ethically, we view this through deontology, which dictates that organizations have a strict, absolute moral duty to safeguard stakeholder data, rendering ransom payments a moral failure as they finance criminal enterprise. Concurrently, utilitarianism measures the catastrophic to societal downstream harm caused when critical infrastructure goes offline. Legally, our paper evaluates liability against Malaysia rapidly evolving statutory landscape, specifically the newly operationalized Cybersecurity Act 2020, which mandates reporting cyber incidents to NACSA within 6 hours. The amended PDPA 2010, which require a 72 hours breach notification to the JPDP, and the Computer Crimes Act 1996, covering unauthorized access. For methodology, uh, our study utilized a structured qualitative content and trend analysis framework to evaluate these emerging threats. During phase one, data evaluation requirements for primary data gathering was executed using precise Boolean query. Boolean query sequence across various research repositories like IEE, Explore, Google Scholar, and official alert bulletins from the National Cybersecurity Agency and the National Cyber Coordination and Command Center. Our strengths specifically had terms like ransomware and Malaysia and 2026, and look into government.gov identity compromise. In the second phase, we applied 4 strict selection criteria to filter down target incidents. They must have occurred within the first half of 2026. Targeted organization inside Malaysia involve elements of identity, infrastructure, compromise for credential abuse, and feature documented double extortion or active threat cartel leak mechanisms.
Now, I'll be talking about the analysis execution. To extract meaningful insights from our selected data, our content analysis maps technical system vulnerabilities directly onto the standardized global betray attack framework. This allows us to explicitly isolate how identity governance failures manifest during the initial access and the persistent phases. Finally, our trend analysis integrated historical telemetry data from the late 2024 to mid 2026. This cross-sectoral approach has helped us correlate on how modern threat which can syndicate and exploit shared software dependencies and identify perimeters across different critical sectors in Malaysia. Next, let's move on to the case topologies. Moving into our results and discussions, our filtering process isolated three highly representative recent case studies from Q1 and Q2 of 2026. First, the Kedah State Government Portal breach in June 2026, where the public administrative infrastructure was hit by the Nova ransom cartel. Second, the Plus Malaysia Berhad infrastructure intrusion in March of 2026, targeting our main highway operators, internal logistics, and resource tracking network. And third, the Malaysia Airlines data system breach in February 2026, which directly compromised the national carrier's internal corporate databases. So let's look at how these synthesize structurally.
And then we move on to analytical trends and patterns. Our discussion focused on the broader architectural trends. Telemetry shows a definitive shift away from traditional endpoint.
That is something went wrong somewhere.